Hi, I'm RaDona from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have my beautiful mom with me, and I have had a couple people ask to show her haircut again. So I want to show you her haircut and her sweet face. So anyway, so I'm going to show you her haircut. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this up. She likes a short hairline, and we're going to stack it tight to the back here. And then I'll show you what we're going to do up top. So what I'm going to do is clean this up. So you just bring this down instead of the scissors down here. I'm just going to use the little trimmers here to clean this up. And I always like to tell people when you do a hairline and they like it short and blunt like this, after you dry it, you can always go back, just because sometimes when you dry a hairline, the hair will shift, just depending on how it grows down here. Okay, so since mom's hair is shorter, I just like to comb this up, okay, because the clips don't really, it can hold up a little bit, but I just like to comb it out of the way. Okay, then this middle part, we're gonna bring this, you can see how much hair I'm taking there, and that means it's gonna just stay closer to her head, which we like, for mom, she doesn't have to deal with anything in her back. So when she dries it, it will just stay. This is also a really good haircut to stay in for multiple days. So if, people don't want to have to, my mom gets up and styles her hair, don't get me wrong, but she just has to kind of pull out a little, couple little spots. And so anyway, it holds really good, doesn't it, Mom?
Yes, it does.
For a lot of days at a time. So this is definitely a great haircut for that.
Easier, huh?
Yeah, yeah, we like easy. Easy is good. Okay, so you can see I'm just keeping this tight to the head back here. Okay, and then you can just comb that down. And then I'm gonna come back on this side. This is also a good haircut that, if you can't go back and get it, cut once a month, this is a good haircut that is styled to where you can grow it and not get it cut every 4 weeks. But the style will stay into where you can style it as it grows out. So that's another awesome thing to this haircut. Okay, same here. We're gonna hold this tight to the head. My fingers are touching her neck here, the nape of her neck. Okay. Okay, so you can see I just comb that down. Now what I'm gonna do is take another little section up here. So, and then same thing, you can just follow, I'm gonna hold this out and you can see this guide point, see where I've already cut. So now I'm gonna come up and take that. There's that guide point, go up, take the rest of the top hair and connect to that. Okay, up like this. Same thing, just go from that guide point and take that hair off. Okay, yeah, it's funny. So mom's hair will stay in, great. She obviously has a neck pillow that she uses at night sometimes. So that's another, that's another little help. So honestly, if you guys are wondering how to keep your, your hair in longer so you don't have to style it or wash it every single day, that's another little tip that you can do is get your little neck pillow, and that definitely helps her. So
Yes, it does.
And we always tease that if she knows I'm going to style it the next day, she doesn't have to use her neck pillow that night. She can sleep crazy if she wants.
And I do.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so now we're going to take this top and go from the middle. And here's that guide point, and we're just going to take this length, point cut into this, and come around to the top. Okay, same thing here. And if you guys can see, I'm just taking vertical sections this way. That's how I keep track of where I'm at in the haircut. Okay. I was just telling Mom and Brenna, the one that videotapes my cousin behind the scenes. I'm really excited. So my house, update on my house, they're bringing sheetrock today. So that'll be fun. They'll be sheetrocking this week. So it's coming along.
That'd be great.
Yeah, super excited. Okay, now, all right, we're gonna come back down this way and come up vertical, taking this little bit of length off. You can just see I'm just holding it 90 degrees to the shape of her head. Okay, perfect. Now we'll come to this side. Okay, now on both of her sides, now that we've cut that, I'm gonna hold out right here by her ear, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this length off. And I'm just gonna kind of bring this behind her ear and take a little bit of this off. Okay, so same thing over here. I'm gonna hold this out. And I always rest my shears on my ring finger. Okay. And then of course, just come in here and take a little bit of this just behind your ear here. Okay, now for the top, we'll just come up this middle, come from this guide point where I cut and take this off. Okay, same thing, just straight across the front here. You doing good, Mom?
You betcha.
Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Of course, you're getting your hair done.
I'm getting my hair done. What you thinking?
That's right, exactly. Okay, hold out here by the ear. You can see that guide point here. I'm gonna take, point cut into that. And then same thing around this front. I'm gonna do a 90-degree angle up to this top layer and connect that. So see, here's this, now I'm gonna connect. Okay, same thing over here. Gonna hold this out. Point cut into that because you want it more piecey, and I'll piece that out here in a minute. Okay, same thing, just up to this top layer that we have trimmed. Okay, now for the side, I'm gonna come where I started to trim over here. And then I'm gonna trim on an angle. Up that way, okay? Same thing here on this. Just trim it this way now. And then I'm gonna come in and open and shut my shears. You can see how I'm doing that softly. That way it's gonna piece out this front. So when we go to style and I go to put the product in it, we have, so it's just more wispy around her face. Okay, now this ear, I'm gonna hold this out, and you can see how I'm gonna angle that just a little bit. And that connects to those layers up there. And it's kind of crazy. Mom and I both have a side on her hair. Our right side doesn't grow as fast.
That's right.
And it's not as thick. So after I go and dry it at the end, if I have to do some adjustments, we always do. So we'll just kind of wait and see how it looks when we're done. Okay, so that angle. Same thing here, open and shut shears. You can see I come in about halfway to start opening and shutting my shears. That way it gives it you can piece that out. Okay, and then we always style to this side. So we're going to come on this angle, up in this way. Open and shut shears. And it's just a little movement. So it's just like this, just up and down, not big chunks. Okay, and then after I do that, I always like to hold these down and then just barely kind of trim into the extra little pieces, just to trim it so it's not long. Oh, sorry, close your eyes, Mom. Let me get this off of you. Gotta love that. That's what's hard when it dries just a little bit. Then it gets on the face. Okay,
No worries.
Now this part, Mom, if you've watched her videos in the past, but she just smiles through it, but she gets nervous, don't you? You get nervous with the, sorry, I have hair all over you. Anyway, don't go through a part with your texturizing shears. What this is going to do is give it body, and not only does it give it body, but if you want your hair to stay in, like I said, we like my mom's to stay in a few days at a time, then this will help keep that in, okay? So, okay, before I put mousse in, I'm just gonna get this off her face. Just gonna get those little hairs off of there. Okay, now for styling, we're gonna put a little bit of mousse. Just put it throughout. Just rub that in good everywhere. And then the volume and lift spray, you guys, is phenomenal if you have fine, thin hair. And Mom and I both have fine, thin hair. So I shake this, then you just put a few little sprays and rub that in. Okay, and then for Mom's hair, we're gonna use a round brush. The advantages of round brushing are fullness, for sure. If you can get the hair, get it about 80% dry, then it's much easier to round brush, plus it's not hard on your hair. If it's too wet, it will pull the hair. So I'm gonna start here in the middle. I'm gonna come to the side here. Okay, same thing here, just go in there. Just turn it. And if some of you out there are saying, oh, I can't round brush. At first, you might not think you can, but just keep going. I promise you'll be able to do it. Just keep trying. Of course, it's always easier, to do, round brush somebody else's hair, right, than your own, but if you just keep practicing, you'll get it. The other thing is it definitely depends on what round brush you have. This round brush has a metal, like it's metal on the inside. And the bristles are really good to catch the hair. If you don't have a good round brush, the hair can kind of just slip through the brush. And of course, when you're the one round brushing, that's really annoying. So if you have a really good round brush, it really helps. It really, really does. Okay, now the top for fullness, you can just set it there for a second and then you can let go. Just so it kind of cools. So yeah, I love that my mom lives in my same town. It's awesome. She's always been such a good help with my kids, and it's great. Always supporting them and doing all those fun things.
They are fun.
In fact, yesterday she had us over for dinner, and after we just played games all day, it was so fun. So yeah, we like to spend as much time as we can together. Okay, now after that, I'm just going to take a little bit of this styling paste and rub it in to your fingers, okay? And then you're going to go in and you're going to kind of lift at the hair. Okay, lift it. Then of course these front pieces, we love the wispy.
We do love the whiskey.
Yes. And like I said, I'm going to come back through here and see what we need, you know, on that right side. Of course, we'll check both sides, but we know that right side of ours is different. Okay, so now my back combing, I hold tight up here and then I go in, down, and out. So kind of like a little shape, C shape. And you want to do it at the base. You know, you don't want to like just come out here and just start ratting on the ends. Okay, you want it in the base. That's going to hold a lot better than if you just back comb and people call it ratting, I guess, through the ends. The base, if you get it in the base, that's another way to help your hair stay in. So those are just a few little tips. Okay, and then this side, same thing. You can see it's in the base right there, the back combing. Okay, and then I'm gonna spray where that, you know, where the back combing is. You spray and then you can take your comb and just kind of place this hair where you want it. Okay, and now this side.
You're good at spinning that chair.
I know. I was just thinking, whoa, I kind of like spun her fast. Hopefully she didn't get dizzy. That's what happens when we get older. I'm like, what is that? Like when people are like, no, I don't like rides anymore. Carnival rides. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, older you get, spinning. It's not so good. Okay, so we've sprayed that. Now just place this. You can see I'm just taking the comb, not down into the base, but just on this top area. And you just kind of place the hair back where you want it. And then of course I'm gonna turn her to the mirror because I don't know what I've done so far. So I wanna look and see what I've done. Cute. Thank you.
Cute.
Feel better?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Now where can I go party? Huh?
That's right, exactly. Take me with you.
There you go.
Okay, so this area, I like to just kind of bring it on an angle this way. So you can see I'm just taking my nails, kind of placing that. Now this right side a little bit, these little pieces are a tiny bit long here. So I'm just gonna come through and just take those off. There we go. Now I'm just gonna make sure the sides
Perfect.
are even. Okay, just taking a little bit off there. All right, well, I think we are good, Mom. So thank you so much for letting me show me your haircut again.
You bet.
And I always tease Mom. She loves hairspray. So I spray it.
I do.
I get done, I take the cape off of her, and then she'll walk over to the
Pick up the
pick
hairspray and
it up
spray
again and
it
spray
again.
again. So I'll do it for her. I'll spray it one more time. So it's cute. I always tease her. But that's good. Then it'll stay. So
Perfect.
okay, so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. And I'm gonna
Thank
turn
you.
you, yeah, you betcha. Turn her around so you can see her fun, cute, beautiful haircut. And thanks so much for your support, you guys. You guys are amazing. I love your friendships, and thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya.